Yeah, I think the students will develop as a part of this program a real confidence in their ability to communicate to others effectively, to be able to make their points, not only with technical knowledge, but with data and with confidence that comes with exposure to real-world problems and real-world issues that they will be exposed to during their time in this course. Yeah, this course will provide students the capability to understand the real differences in doing business. After 38 years of doing business around the globe myself, I understand, and they will also understand, that the way we build relationships in Latin America and in Europe are very different than we might build them here in the United States. The same is true with Asia. This idea that we'll take time to listen, to understand, to build personal connections with leaders that ultimately drive the effectiveness in the business decisions that the students will be engaged in. So in that way, we understand that the process of being successful is a process of listening and adapting to the culture that we find ourselves in, and that's vitally important to their success. Students will differentiate themselves from this program versus others in this job market because they will have an understanding of the full integration of the supply chain, the importance of understanding planning, sourcing, making, and delivering. It's only when we bring all those components together that we truly find success in the supply chain. And success in the supply chain is also about success in the business. We have to be enabling the business to achieve its strategic goals. And here at Haslam, at UT, we are really providing that fully integrated end-to-end thinking. And this coursework will also provide real-world experiences that these students will it'll differentiate them versus the competition once they get into the business community. I think students will carry the Haslam banner very high from coming out of this program, because we do distinguish ourselves as being truly end-to-end, operating with a high level of integrity. Of course, we know that the great success of many of our alumni here from Haslam is a great foundation upon which we build. And we know, just like the people that go before us, these students will represent that, and will represent all of us. And they will be successful in their careers, whether it's professionally or socially, or just building, the case for their businesses and the supply chain. So I think in that way, it truly represents the volunteer spirit and the alumni here from Haslam. Yeah, I think my background will really enhance the experience that students will get, in that I have been a practitioner in the supply chain for 38 years. I've done all the jobs in planning, sourcing, making, and delivering at all various levels in multiple countries around the globe. And I think that experience allows me to be really empathetic with the students, and also assist them and coach and mentor them in the work that they'll be doing. Because, the supply chain, we learn in our coursework and in our texts technical aspects of supply chain. But in the day-to-day working world, things never go according to the rules or to the textbook. And so my experience will help them to be able to build confidence, to understand how to build consensus, and how ultimately to be successful. Sometimes I have said it's better to be effective than to be correct. You can be technically correct, but true success is being effective in driving the business to a place where it wouldn't have gone otherwise. So I think that's a good measure of what students will get and how I'll help them. I think students will take away from us as a result of this course. I'd say one thing would be a high level of confidence. A confidence, not pride or arrogance, but confidence that they have gotten insight from the best teachers. They've been exposed to the best curriculum with the best supply chain school in the world, and they will have done the work for a year with companies in real-world situations. And so while you can understand that the supply chain never works perfectly, whatever situation may come up, the students will be prepared to handle it because they will have the tools and the confidence to be able to address those issues as they face them. Yeah, of course, there'll be a holistic approach. How will students will be helped with job placement by the fact that we'll be taking a holistic approach. Of course, the Graduate and Executive Education Group will be providing resume support and all the things that comes with the Haslam's graduate program. And so they'll be connected into our partner companies and to all of the things all the tools that we already bring. In addition, they'll be building a cohort of trusted people that they will work with during the program. And they will be building upon the network of our own 75 partner companies that in supply chain alone work with University of Tennessee, building on that network. So through the support they get from GEE and the support they get from the Global Supply Chain Institute and from the cohort that they will go through this course with, I think they'll have a super strong network to be able to get into not just a job, but a job that they find fulfilling and rewarding, and a job where they can make a difference at the company in which they work.